All right, this is the first ever live test. I talked to the tier maker people on Twitter, and they are testing a live voting feature. So unlike my other tier lists, where it's just me giving my best opinion, we're going to be voting with the community, which is everybody that showed up to the Twitch stream today. I think we had like 100 people in here last time I checked. Pretty cool. If I do this in the future, I might record this on YouTube so that we have like more people in the stream. The more the merrier. And on that note, I do want to mention we are going to have people of all different power levels, all different experience levels, and all different criterias for what should be good or bad. I've pretty famously taken S tier very seriously. Like an S tier pistol, on what we're going to be voting on today, should do it all. An S tier pistol can crowd clear, single target. It can be your primary weapon without switching to anything else. I take it very seriously. Everybody in the chat will have different criteria for what should be what, and that's what's fun about a vote. And then finally, I wanted to mention that meme picks will maybe exist. It's possible that a pistol may be higher or lower than it should be based on what the funniest answer is. So if you're a new player watching this, that's who I've been talking to here. Don't take this list super seriously. We're just trying to have some fun here. And with that, I guess we can just start. So I'm going to keep the link in chat. If anybody wants to join at any point, please do. Please contribute. Let's also, on that note, there might be a link down below to an all-time list where if you guys want to continue voting from YouTube, that should be available for, I don't know, a week or more where you guys can vote outside of the stream and make your own list on YouTube. All right. Let's get this started. I guess it's just starting with the Desert Eagle. It doesn't show what all of the stuff is available. We don't see how many weapons are other than this one number up here, but that's okay. So if I hit start, we can now all vote. I'll put this in like A tier. It has that headshots eliminations cause an explosion, which can be really good for crowd clearing. The Desert Eagle can do really good like single target damage. It has damage drop off, and it has target single first shot accuracy. That's what I'm thinking of. Nobody is saying S tier. I think that's fair. The community disagrees with me largely. I'm seeing a lot of B and D tier, which is surprising. I personally find D tier a little low, obviously, as I said. I have pretty okay accuracy in these games, so I can use the Desert Eagle fairly effectively, and it's in B tier. Now, the Primal Pistol hits hard. It hits really hard. It does not do really anything for crowd clearing, so like maybe not S tier. I'll put it in A tier or high B tier. I don't remember exactly where I put it in my tier list, but I don't know. I'm being peer pressured into A tier because everybody's putting it in A tier, but I'm gonna stick to B tier. I'm gonna stick to B tier. I think. Yeah, what?
I do love that it live updates. You can see like it shifts the tier list position the more people are voting for it.
It's pretty cool.
Cool, yeah.
I did here. I'm gonna pause it right here. I did request that there's a little bit of a break in between each weapon. They might be working on that option, but I can pause the tier list at any point, so I can resume for the last word, which is a surprising S tier pick.
I love this weapon.
I do too.
I was gonna say S tier. Yeah.
Okay. It crowd clears okay with two things. It shoots really, really fast when you're hip fire, and its headshot eliminations cause an explosion when it's not bugged. Is actually pretty strong. I'll put it in S tier. 3 seconds between the end of vote and the next image. Okay, I guess I hadn't noticed that. Did that flick back up 1 second? Maybe that was just me syncing weird. Okay, so there's a 3 second wait before it moves on. Some sound effects would be kind of fun, actually. Maybe like little tickers. Oh yeah, easy S tier.
Yeah.
So much consensus.
I feel like that was the fastest S tier I've ever seen.
I'm gonna move the code
obvious.
Mista down here.
You know, if you're not a Founders, it's it's
All
a little rough. But
which goobers are putting it in F tier? I see that down there.
That's what I said in the beginning.
Obviously.
That's what I warned against. Some people are gonna be silly. So to those who don't know, which is apparently nobody in chat here,
be invalid.
Founders Revolt chains to other targets, so the crowd clearing is built in, and the weapon hits really hard. So that's an easy S tier. Ooh, zap zap. It's got S tier damage and crowd clearing, but it's super expensive and shoots really slow. I'll put it in A tier. I'm not even kidding. Like, I know a lot of people are putting it in C tier. I recommend all of you putting it in C tier. Try this weapon again. I used it a long time ago. It's actually really strong. Let me VIP tier maker real quick, because I'm not going to be reading chat too much, but I want to be able to keep up with their words very conveniently.
I actually think this is a weapon that Cypher PK got after MSK.
Yeah.
Like, it's forever stuck in my head because Beast always talked about it.
That was a quick one.
I just
another quick one.
I just made a video on this weapon. Base 20% crit chance, excellent perks, really good damage. I'm not even kidding. Like, I wasn't just a YouTuber hyping up a weapon. It's actually really good, and it's cool to see the community agree. This is so fun! Thank you, Tiermaker, for making this happen. Apparently, they said it. This was the very first live demo of this feature. Of the millions of tier lists on this website, I get to be the first one to try the live feature. I'm flattered. This is awesome.
That's the cool thing, though. I mean, like, I feel like all of us are trying it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like all of us voting.
Ooh.
It's so nice.
I don't know.
Oh,
Burster,
B
Vindic
tier.
Burster, that's an energy, no crowd clearing.
this is like D or C. I mean, it doesn't
I'll do
have,
D.
like,
I'll do D.
yeah.
It would be cool, Tiermaker guys. I don't know if this is too much data to track, but if the final product could be like hovered over and see where everybody put it, like the final placement is one thing, but if somebody really wanted to dig into the list, it'd be cool to see this chart frozen in time. Maybe that is available and it's just not done yet, but that'd be kind of nice to see like the arguments, you know, because some weapon could be like S tier, but the vote was like 15 to 14. At the end of the list, you can do that. Oh, perfect. You guys are already on it. That's sweet to see. Yeah, this is a scoped, like, I tried to make this weapon good. I ran triple crit damage. I had really good aim in the video. I was hitting headshots, and it sucked.
It's
sucked.
slow shooting too, right? Like,
I
it's
was,
kinda like
okay, I am not a perfect player, but my aim was on point when I recorded with this weapon, and it still sucked. F tier is, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you can already do that, Tiermaker guys. Yeah, you guys have,
Oh.
this is the Vigilante. No, no,
Yeah,
it's not the
Someone said
Vigilante.
F? Wait.
This is a
hold
meme.
up.
You guys are just being funny.
Yeah,
This has a, not to cut you off, this does have like a blue version.
This is the blue
Yeah, it
version of the
does.
Vigilante.
Yeah. I
It's
was gonna
not
say,
S tier.
I think it's A tier, maybe B, right? Like
I
feel
would
like
I
A-
would put it
Put
in
it on
F tier
C.
as obsolete, but like functionally it might be C tier. You guys are memeing it to S tier. This is why you guys gotta be careful. If you're a new player and you're skipping to the end of the video, you need to be careful. Okay, this is locked to nature and it's expensive to operate, but it's actually S tier functionality in a nature zone. Because of its drawbacks, a lot of people are going to put it in A and B tier, and I can't argue with that. I totally understand. I think in a water zone, it's a S tier weapon as far as pistols go, at least. Only the gray version is S tier. Yeah, that's, well, I can't believe this is S
The
tier.
Vigilante's gonna be an F tier when it shows up.
That's why these votes are so fun. Like, I want to record these on YouTube. I know if I go live on YouTube, we'll have maybe 200 or 300 people in there. And once more people catch on to what's going on, this is not an S tier weapon. What are you doing?
I'm putting it in S tier.
Oh, you guys.
I use it for when I need pistol eliminations. Also, it's funny to lag the game with it.
It's
I'll put
clunky
it on
and
B tier.
slow and expensive. I'll C tier. And this is why the community vote is interesting. Like, in my informed opinion, I call it B tier, but Archery Warrior and I and Mattio, we've all talked about this, where like 4 very educated people would have completely different lists because we all have different criteria. Like, Archer uses it for pistol eliminations, but I would just use the Whisper, I guess. Like, I don't know.
This is a hard A tier weapon.
Is this the Vigilante? That's the name in my mind.
No, it's the
That's the
turncoat.
turncoat.
Turncoat, yeah. This is
Actually,
yeah,
a good
A
gun,
tier's
by
good.
the way.
It doesn't have the crowd clearing to be S tier, but it's actually pretty solid. It's actually pretty solid. Can I pin the link? Yeah. That'd be great. We've even got Matevis in here who is voting and does not play the game regularly. I know that he's got like 15 hours in this game, I think. Maybe more than that. I might be doing him dirty.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm gonna
yes.
be
Ooh,
that
yes.
guy, and I'm gonna put it in S tier. 'cause
You're
this is a
fucking
good
fucked,
weapon.
dude. This is
It's not very accurate,
B
but
tier.
it does have that.
I don't play the
AoE,
game.
so
You
I
have
think
played
it's
the
A
game though.
tier.
Thanks for hanging out, Austin. Yeah, he's our resident friend of the community and not a Save the World player. Well, Austin played a little bit of Save the World too, but yeah, I guess the paper shredder is okay for crowd clearing if you like barrel stuff the enemies. Are these weapons being voted by like what percent they were voted S tier?
Right.
Wow, that was so fast. Yeah, this weapon's really bad. I wasn't expecting it that fast though.
It did okay single target damage when I used it. I'll give it B tier.
Same
Like
here.
it was actually kind of okay as far as pistols go. Is this vote at the top based on the percent that the community decided it was S tier? Because that's pretty
They
cool.
just have two options.
I like that it
S
naturally
and
orders
S tier.
itself. I like that it's like naturally ordered up here, if that's what's going on. Yeah, the 6 perk carries it a lot. The Judge is very similar to the Vintertech Blazer. I think that's an easy F tier. I love the S tier people. Like they might be trolling, but there is a bit of a conversation based on damage. The weapon actually hits pretty hard and it's got great perks, but it stops there. No, it's 50% of the weapons are on 50%.
This weapon came from BR, and it was awful in BR when it existed too. So
yeah, that one was an easy one. Images are not ranked in order yet. We will have sorting and rules in the near future, because that would be cool.
Ooh.
I'm glad that you're on that. This is an obsolete weapon. This one evolves into what again? Not the last word.
It evolves into not the junkyard pal. I don't think it evolves into anything, actually. I think it's just the revolver.
So this is the community having fun. Yeah, actually, no, I can't change my vote. Oh, let me change my vote. Oh, it's honestly an S tier target practice weapon. I love using it for that, but yeah, I mean, if any pistol's gonna be S tier, yeah. This is the one exception I make for crowd clearing. It actually doesn't do that great against crowds, but its damage is unmatched. Shielders and Riot Huskies make it a pain to use, but it's great. What, Archer?
I'm in that 19% of F tier down there.
What? See, this is why a community vote is so interesting.
Hater. I'm a lifelong Onslaught hater.
Wow. This is fun, honestly. I only set up the pistol tier list, but I want to do more. We can do a tier list for tier lists and see what people... Steamroller hits really hard. Apparently S tier hard. I don't know if I agree with that.
It
I think it's like
projectiles, so you have to like set up
to aim with it. Yeah.
You guys say B tier.
It does have the Cloud 6 perk.
Oh, does it really? That could be crowd clearing.
Some, but
I want to put it in A tier because Steam Cloud carries a lot of weapons. I should try this out.
Yeah.
This makes me want to hop in game right now and just see if this thing's any good.
It's really good. I really do like this weapon.
I don't remember the Steam Cloud on it. Ooh, that's an easy F tier. This thing shoots, Space Invader shoots like bouncing projectiles. Tier Maker saying something should be D tier. You know what, Tier Maker? That's more of a comment on the development of Save the World. A lot of these weapons are really balanced. You can see, like, maybe not these ones, but like even the C tier weapons are a little usable. There might be a D tier weapon. We still got 20 more to go. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I'll put an S tier.
That's an S tier.
That's a piercing weapon with no, so it's a heat capacity weapon. So it's got no magazine size and it never has to reload, which means you can pair this with a hero called Crackshot, and Crackshot can stack your, here actually the vote's got 14 seconds left. Let me just show it. I'm weird. I'm also like kind of targeted Tier Maker. I doubt they play Save the World. Yeah, so you can stack this up 2.9% 50 times. So this weapon pairs so well with that hero that it's an easy S tier. Yeah, you can just never lose that bonus. I wanted to give it D tier, but the community is a little harsher than I am. And then you got the memers who are in S tier. Yeah, love this one.
I just like the sound of it.
I feel bad for the hydraulic weapons. Like the hydraulic weapons look cool, but they're all so bad except for the Dam Buster.
Dam Buster's really good.
I still don't have a copy of the Hydra to this day.
What?
Oh yeah,
probably just flex it at this point.
I feel like it's almost impossible to get. The only time I've ever used it is in Ventures.
I like this stream layout. We got the Discord on the left with plenty of dark space on the sides. Lightning pistol, yeah. It's S tier, especially with the chain lightning. You are going to pay for it. 13.5. Here, let me pull it up again in game. 13.5 energy cells per second. That is an expensive weapon. You will pay for that damage, but if you can afford it,
that's why
13.5.
I put it on A tier. It's strong at the cost of energy cells.
I'm kind of going with the crowd. I might agree with you in A tier. I don't know where it landed on my pistol tier list, but
oh, this might be the D tier weapon, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty not shit. It's not F tier shit, but it's pretty not great.
Yeah.
I got bullied in the best way possible. People donated so much for me to cover this that I was like, fine. And I did, because it became a meme in my community for a couple months. One guy just carried this weapon in my community, and it was bad. I was not surprised. You know, actually, I'm going to pull up my tier list playlist, because I want to see how my list stacks up against this at the end. Junkyard
there
Pal.
We go again.
Junkyard Pal is the weapon. I'm not even kidding. True story. This is a weapon Epic has filled. Okay, so people who like exploited and got banned and got their accounts reset, this is the weapon they put in their inventory. Like, they filled like their whole inventory with the Junkyard Pal and replaced all of their schematics. We've seen very petty moderation from Epic, and this is the weapon they use to like punish people. This is the most F tier weapon in the game. Oh, but you guys are gonna put it in S tier anyway. That's. Did it actually make it to F tier? Yeah.
Yeah, I got F.
The Judge. Honestly, kind of a bad weapon. Not S tier. It's.
I think it's C. I mean, like, it's better than the its brother with the scope.
C,
but, I mean,
C or B.
It
does okay damage. Like, you'd be surprised to watch this weapon actually kill a thing. It's not gonna do it in record pace, but it'll work.
I would say it's like a slow 6-shooter with a little less damage.
Pretty much. Okay, I know we've got over 100 people watching. Do you guys want to join? Like, you don't even need an account. Everybody in the stream should be voting right now. I want to get at least 50 votes on this. Yeah, that's an easy S tier. Very minimal crowd clearing. It does have headshots cause explosions, and it does have piercing. But it consistently hits for over 1 million damage. I don't think I can show this in a reasonable amount of time, but if I just sort by subtype. If you have the right build, your damage on the Jack's Revenge... Oh, wow, lightning pistol's not even a pistol, Archer! No wonder it's S tier. Oh my god.
It used to be a pistol,
Look,
right?
Alright, cut me a break. It's called the pistol, but it's an SMG. This is a vigilante.
That's...
Yeah.
It's not...
It's A tier.
I'm putting it in A tier because it does a lot of damage.
I'm not putting that in S tier.
On A tier. Kind of the same way with the turncoat, to be honest. So.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean...
What do you think is the best 144? I think you're only here to plug your Twitch based on your username. I'm tempted to ban him. Yeah, this is...
Do it.
This is just a troll weapon. That is not... Hot Mix is pretty good crowd clearing. Limited elemental options. It does shoot a projectile. It's not the best crowd clearing ever.
I think it's a B. I mean, I've used it.
Put in B tier.
I just don't think I mean, like,
it functions like an SMG. It's actually. I'll put it in A tier. I'll be defiant.
This is.
I think it's like a high B for me. Yeah.
This is why something like this works, because people are saying this is an F tier weapon, but like it is not
no,
an F tier weapon at all.
No, with the right loadout, it's really good, and you have to kind of use it in a certain way, because the way I used it was kind of wrong, but I've seen it do really well.
The Haywire Storm.
So
Haywire Storm.
This is another semi-auto
weapon.
I don't know it well enough to go S tier, but its damage is...
I tried it, and it's really good.
Better than you'd expect.
I'd say it's like high A. I mean, well, actually, no, it's probably just A.
A tier. I did vote it for A tier.
Yeah,
it's not the strongest, but
is there support for?
Fun.
Is there support for image names on Tier Maker?
No, I'd have to add the text to it.
That'd be really convenient, Tier Maker guys. Like, to be able to hover over this and see the name based on the file. It's not S tier. What are you doing? It's locked to physical.
This might be controversial, but I think this is like a D F tier weapon.
Well, that is controversial. It's got S tier damage. That's why they locked it to physical.
You guys are mixing up the wrong physical.
No, this is locked to physical, and I mean, like, yes, it has good damage, but like
they're only putting it S tier because it drops gumdrops and keeps them alive that way. That's the only reason. I'm still only seeing 40 votes, as I guess most people just want to watch. Not S tier. No, it's like a budget Xenon.
No,
A tier.
More of a B tier.
A or B tier, but oh, it's so split. I love this. Like, this chart is so perfect. Like, you can see what technically won, but you get a much better feel for a weapon depending on kind of where that slope is. You know, I initially cautioned people against like referring to this list if you're a new player, but like this slope shows you kind of where the community's feeling. His damage and piercing is pretty nice, but okay, the instant S tiers I don't trust at all.
Freedom's Herald.
Yeah, this is the one that shoots the firework, right?
Yeah, I'll put it in D tier.
Yeah.
and it does no damage, and it's like useless, right?
Oh wow, Emerald said Ghost is B tier, and that's exactly where it went. This is so cool. I love like a community vote. I feel like this is such a proper result when we all came together to vote. Okay, I know there are trolls. I can see the instant S tiers, but
But even with the trolls, I mean, like I feel like most weapons kind of get where it goes. You know what I mean?
yeah, I think most people are taking
there's
it seriously.
outliers, but ooh, the hand cannon.
No.
Wait, this one's the hand cannon, right? Or is this the?
No, that was the Deagle. It was the first one we voted on. Where did the Deagle
Oh
end up? Am
yeah,
I
it's because
blind?
there's two of
That's
them.
the Falcon, no?
Yeah, the Falcon. Yeah, I always confuse them. They're literally the same PNG. No.
Oh, the Bald Eagle went to B tier. Yeah,
No.
I see.
They literally look the same.
Yeah, the Falcon is I don't know, honestly.
It's a base game weapon.
Yeah,
the
I haven't
Falcon's the
used
bad
it
one,
in a
and then
long
the Bald
time.
Eagle's the good one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hobbs followed. Why is that name so familiar?
Okay, honestly, I think
Okay,
this belongs
Matteo
with the
likes
Jack's
the
Revenge.
Duelist. This is a
It
6-shooter
belongs
with
with
no
the-
crowd clearing besides the headshots.
It reloads fast though, and with a proper loadout, if you're running a what's her name? It's like the one that gives you pistol damage if you use a sword damage.
Power-based penny.
Swashbuckle.
Perfect. Yeah, swashbuckler can or whatever it's named. You use that. This
Her.
weapon's definitely an easy S tier. Well, there's two of them, so there's one that does the opposite, and then if that makes sense. So, but I would say this is S tier. I'm sorry, but I think it's
Oh.
good.
I've got some real.
Oh my god.
I've got some real defenders of this weapon saying it can do millions of damage, but the community seems to disagree.
No, I use this pistol. I tried like 2 different loadouts. Nothing worked. It was bad.
Was I being trolled?
You probably were. This is a bad weapon. Like I don't think there's a savior for this. I mean, like I guess if you run like a crazy pistol loadout, but even then, not that great.
All right. This is working great so far, though. Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's.
Yep, that was.
I will have to put
Dude.
that on D tier because
what?
you need a certain loadout to make this dirge song work. If you by
I
itself.
You know
Yeah.
she's
True.
lying.
Yeah.
There's no D tier votes. She didn't even vote.
I said B tier.
Oh, I heard you wrong. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the most
I guess that's
resounding S
true.
tier in the game. That's a
Yeah.
weapon that's not S tier on its own merits. It's that 6th perk carrying damage like crazy.
Exactly.
The weapon is like B tier, I agree, but that 6th perk is undeniably amazing. I'm actually putting it S tier. I'm not kidding.
I don't know.
It's
Like,
a
I
quirky,
just-
janky weapon, but it can pierce. And this actually kickstarted my fun loadout series. It's the very first time that I ever just tried a random loadout for the fuck of it. I found out it could have triple crit damage. Then I found out that its base crit damage was high enough to make it a 705% crit damage weapon, and I made a video on the spot. And that actually is one of my most popular videos in that playlist to this day, because it's actually unironically strong. I soloed the mini boss. This one's not. It's got good pierce and okay damage, but it's C tier. Why? Well, F. That's fine.
I remember trying to get Beast to make a video on this like years ago.
I
It's a
have made
bubble, right?
videos on it. I made a best perks. It's not a strong weapon. It's
Like
okay.
someone took 2 pieces of wood and put like a barrel on it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
This is what the junkyard pal evolves into.
Well, I want to do this again right away. So I'm already thinking about the next tier list. But let's finish this one up real quick here.
We should do
Basilisk.
it like an
Oh, the
insane one.
Basilisk, that's a heavy D tier weapon. if I'm gonna be
Really?
honest.
I think it does okay single target. I'm honestly with the A tier people. Like, its crowd
think
clearing's garbage, but it's
C.
better than you'd think.
A tier.
I'm putting it in
I
A
don't know.
tier.
I mean, like it has high damage, but there's no fire rate on it. Oh no, there is, right? Oh,
Wow,
gosh,
I thought this might take 25 minutes to record, and we're going to be nearly on the dot. I love that. This is cool. So I do actually, I'm going to extend this video a bit, because I want to pull up my own pistol tier list, and I'm on light mode, and I don't care. I'm going to just skip to the end like everybody else, and
All right.
Mine does.
that's the final vote.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Wow, only 1 D tier.
This side's... I'm trying to like see like how it
Oh,
compares.
that's cool. You can click on the your list and it shows you your positions, but in the total it's like everybody.
Oh, because I just made a list in real time. Wow. That's really cool. I did not realize that's what that was.
I wish you could put them next to each other to see and like compare.
That's so amazing how many people disagreed. Like, I know that some of these are looking bigger and smaller, so there's probably more overlap than it seems, but like, I was outvoted a lot. Cool. Okay, some of these are actually, yeah, some of these are total meme picks. Like, this is silly, but wow. Interesting. Yeah, A tier is very empty in the main list. You guys are very, very heavy with the S tiers. It should let you click on each image as a result to see. If it's not letting you click on individual images, results tab, you might need to refresh. Yeah. Wow, almost 1,500 votes. That's kind of a cool metric. Yeah, it's still not working, letting me click on these, but that's more of a troubleshoot that can happen later. Thank you guys so much for watching on YouTube. If you want to see more of these, comment down below. We're gonna record them in the same session, so more of these are already on the way, but very cool. Thank you, Teammaker, again. I'll see you guys in the next one.